Hello and welcome back to Old School Modeler. My name is Nick. So today we're going to do something a little different. Our good buddy Rob over at Time Machine Scat Models had a great video about primer or no primer, or as he titled his video, prime or not to prime. That is the question. So I'm going to piggyback off of that a little bit. I'm not going to go over primer and all that stuff that Rob did. So go over and check his video out. I'm going to show you results that I have gotten using primer and wet sanding and doing the proper steps versus no primer and just shooting right over the plastic. So the primers I use are the Rustoleum 2X flat gray primer or the Rustoleum 2X flat black primer. And then for my lacquer paints, I use the Tamiya surface primer, gray primer. And that's what these two are sprayed with. And then these two are not sprayed with any primer whatsoever. So this is a older build of mine. It's sprayed with Rustoleum 2X. It's a blue. It's called like dark blue or something. And then as you can see, it's not the greatest paint job. Now this also factors in temperature. So not having primer and the temperature is or humidity plays a big factor in paint jobs. So you can see it's not very good. Off to the side here, I have my Ford here, Ford truck, and the bed's falling off of it. It's also not sprayed with primer. Same color, a little better result, but still kind of crappy. So that's that, and this is VHT. It's grabber green, and same thing. Same results as the Dart. No primer, just sprayed right over the plastic, and like I said, the temperature and the humidity could have a factor in this. But that's the results of that. No primer. I would like to try that color again. Do it properly. Spray primer. Wet sand it out. Get it smooth. And then spray the VHT. Now, I've upgraded from Rustoleum. I haven't been using Rustoleum much. My latest build that I sprayed Rustoleum was with this, or with this car. And as you can see, it has a decent shine to it. Now I did primer it. I sprayed it with flat black primer, Rustoleum, and then this is gloss colonial red from Rustoleum. It's also 2X. And you can see it has a decent shine. I mean, it's not like a mirror finish or anything, but it's pretty decent for being, cheap on a budget. And this is another one. This was sprayed with flat black primer, Rustoleum. And this is a gloss black Rustoleum 2X. And you can see has a decent shine. It ain't like a mirror or anything. It's kind of dusty too. So, but you can get decent results with Rustoleum, but as I showed you, those two was sprayed with primer, wet sanded smooth, and then just misted the color on there. Now these two are Lacquers. These two are sprayed with Tamiya surface primer, gray primer, and this is Tester's Purplicious. It's also a lacquer, and I did all the proper steps. I primed it, I wet sanded it down. Now what I do is once the primer is dry and everything, I wet sand it with 1000 grit. I don't get all into the different grits. I just do it with 1000, and then it's good enough. Because I don't build for shows. I don't build to be 100% perfect. I build for me. This is fun. This is hobby. So with this is for the USAC build last year, 2023, no, 22, 23, whatever. But yeah, I sprayed this with Tamiya gray primer and then Tester's Purplicious. And this is all rattle can. This is not airbrushed. I know Rob would say to get an airbrush and all that, but I like my rattle cans. So this is the result of that. And this is also cleared. Now it ain't 100% smooth, but I'm happy with it. See, a little bit of shine, but like I said, this is also cleared. So on metallics like this, I don't wet sand metallics. The reason being because I don't want to mess up the metal flake in the metallic. So I stay away from that. And then I just clear over it with Tamiya clear. TS13. Yeah. So with this one, same thing. Gray primer. Tamiya gray primer. Tamiya black. TS14 black, and then TS13 clear. Now this black, I did wet sand before I cleared, but after I clear, I don't wet sand, I don't polish it out. So this is it's got a decent shine. The roof is kind of but like I said, I don't build for perfection, but I've gotten better at painting. These two are two of my greatest paint jobs, versus these two. These two were like the worst. But yeah, those are the results versus no primer, with primer. Sometimes you can get lucky without primer, like I showed you on the Ford. And I'm going to show you one more. This is my 67 Chevelle that I built a long time ago. This was no primer either. This black was like a Napa brand black paint. And there's the ghosting that Rob talks about in his video. And the plastic came through. So this actually worked out on this one because it looks like a bracket car, Friday night bracket car, drag car. But yeah, that's the result of using no primer. And like I said, you could see the ghosting from the swirl in the plastic. It does bleed through. Like I said, Rob mentions that in his video. So yeah, that's the showcase, I guess you want to call it, of no primer versus primer and doing the proper steps. I hope you guys enjoyed. Go ahead, go check out Rob's channel. Go check out that video that he did about primering and the ghosting in the plastic. And I don't think this one has it in it, but yeah, you guys get the point. So yeah, like I said, go check out Rob. Go ahead, give me a like, comment, subscribe. Do what you want. Build the model your way. Have a great night.